I make you feel like I see what you want. You be thinking about the way I turn you on. But you see in the oasis in my palm. Take a sip, come on, you need something easier. I make you feel like now I see what you want. You be thinking about the way I turn you on. But you see in the oasis in my palm. Take a sip, come on, you need something easier. I make you feel like
Put it on the table, don't you ask me twice, because the table is crawling with nonsense. And I won't say yes second time, cause I downright nearly lost my mind. Put it on the table, don't you ask me twice, because the table is crawling with questions. And I surround myself with good these days, cause the trouble will take you far astray. Far astray. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Giving or just kicking a can down the road. Telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Or just kicking a can down the road. Telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. So I put it on the table, I won't ask you twice, because I'm grown and I've been here before. It's been too long and life's too short to sit around just feeling sad. I won't ask you twice, because the light bulb is energy saving, and it takes its time illuminating. But I will see all of the mess you're making, the mess you're making. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Or just kicking a can down the road. Telling me yes when it really ain't it. I wanna stay in this place, no. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Giving it, or just kicking a can down the road. Telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way.
Can we talk about our differences? And we don't talk at all. It seems so critical to speak less critically. I see no truth as mythical, no vast unbreachable. Give the strength to overcome. Give the strength, I'm not gonna run. Build it up, build it up. You gotta give some. Take
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
That's the throw. Chiellini. That is good alertness. Messi. And it's made its way to him. Nice looking ball. Messi. Takes a shot! Goal! The United States! And it's the United States who go in front. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Onana. And it's Messi. Ekitike! And for a moment, time stood still. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, what a mistake! He won't be happy with that one. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The United States are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. He's having a go! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ekitike. Can he spark a counter here? Pele looking to be a menace in the final third. And this is Del Piero, and Del Piero! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Eintracht Frankfurt with this to equalise. Terrific save by Spieler! No, he's missed it!
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Eintracht Frankfurt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Vieira! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
The United States really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Looking to play him in. And here's Ronaldinho. Pele, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Great ball if he can get there.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Substitution for
The United States head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Coming on the field is...
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. The United States carrying a 1-goal lead. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's a cute ball. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. The United States do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Pele! No, he wasn't going to be fooled. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Doué. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Nedved. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Substitution for United States. Number 17.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Tremendous from Pirlo! A finish right from the top draw! Eintracht Frankfurt are back in business! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. So, what can they come up with here?
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Messi is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Nedved, probing pass. Di Lorenzo. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that's a throw-in. The United States perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Del Piero tries a shot! Wonderful from Del Piero! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the comeback is complete!
Number 20.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Number 6, Alexander.
So we have... And the shot! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Substitution for United States.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Coming on the field is
Eintracht Frankfurt take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Del Piero.
6 added minutes has been
Alexander
indicated.
Arnold. Upamecano. Howson. And it's Modric. Pele. It's Cruyff. Pele. That's really well cleared. Messi! And with that, the final whistle. The United States can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
The United States desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
Catch me and I'll catch you back. We'll keep falling till the end of time.
My baby like to string me up. 좀 더 내게 다가와. 내게 맞춰 my face. 살짝 너의 맘을 사이 그냥 미치게나 싶어라. 넌 어떻게 생각해? Just follow me now. If it's an da시 make me stay. We're making new.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock
everybody,
horns.
and welcome
This
to
is
today's
football
match.
at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we? Ronaldinho! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Xabi Alonso. And there's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, it's Bergkamp. Now it's Puskas. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now this could be a chance. Good chance here! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And this is Puskas. Onana makes the interception. Puskas is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And Puskas! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Puskas clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Shot could be on. Chance, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And again! Bergkamp gets flagged offside. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Now it's Puskas. Kimmich. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bergkamp! And it's a goal! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Threads one in. He's shifting through the gears here. Mateus. He's having a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mateus has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Melbourne City have their second corner now. Cleared without hesitation. The United States have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Doué. Ekitike.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mateus. Great ball if he can get there. Bergkamp. And the shot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
And there is the half-time whistle. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. There's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
And the action is back underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Messi. And Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Di Lorenzo cuts it out. Mateus.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good
Chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
A case now of complete control.
Substitution in progress.
60 minutes played. Messi powering forward here. Modric. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nicely weighted ball. Mateus. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
After 66
That is
minutes,
lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Substitutions
It's
taking
become a
place.
case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
The United States are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Rodri, and it's Guardiola for Messi. Oh, that's neat. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's under a lot of pressure there. He's a sharp little ball here. Tries to cross. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
The United States are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Mateus looking to add to his goal. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. The United States ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through. Oh, super ball. Chooses to go back. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter,
Falling out of that moving car like a movie star. Apart from my grazed knees, I feel pretty cool. Been swinging chairs since high school, my teachers hate me. But now I'm in some band, so don't underrate me. I'm patiently impatient, don't like
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against United States.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To get them off and running. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Looking for the run. Picked out, chance for a shot! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
That could spell trouble. Hazard with the delivery.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Ekitike. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Foden. And he was quick to react. Stood up well to him there. And here's Messi. Now, can they get him away? He's found Foden! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Foden deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's Ronaldinho! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
The United States really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's managed to get rid. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. It's a pretty loose pass. Foden. Now it's Messi. He is starved of space and time. And they're back on the ball again. And that pass isn't the best. Just 5 minutes left until the break. He's a sharp little ball here. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Foden really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
2 added minutes has been
Xavi
indicated.
Alonso, who's set up 1 goal so far. Now it's Hazard. And the through ball. He is through here. There's the shot! Goal! PSV! And they're back in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. And there's the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Neither
Just a
side
quick
holding
reminder
back
today,
here. It
please
has
refrain
been quite
from
a half
talking
this.
outside
Yeah,
this
they're ahead,
stadium.
Peter, but they
Thank you
can't
very
afford
much
to
for your
get too
cooperation.
complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another
Substitution.
now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Here we go again then.
The United States can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
The United States do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Xavi Alonso, Ronaldinho, providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, he's been flattened there. Goes down, but nothing given. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Now it's Ronaldinho. He's got away. Oh, that's nice. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And a chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly,
Substitution in
Peter, that's for sure.
The United States with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Neymar. And this is Hazard. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's shifting through the gears here. He gets big. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
The United States do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
PSV clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Passing is crisp and sharp. He shifted it to the flank. Now that's well seen too. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Lovely. Can he finish? It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
After 82
Perfect
minutes,
placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Number 19.
Shot, surely! Goal! The United States! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution for PSV. Number 15. Mateus. Number 10.
PSV making
Neymar.
another change here.
Coming on the field.
The United
Number
States
20,
take the lead.
Danny
Well, their
Olmo.
manager seems to have them
Number
always
14,
thinking about the next goal.
Cantona.
When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Nicely weighted ball. That has found him in acres of space. That's tidy.
There will be 5 minutes added
And
time.
it's Modric. Oh, that's delightful. Out to the right. And here's Doué. And he's managed to get free. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He has found the way through. And that pass just didn't quite work. And there goes the final whistle. The United States have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it.
The love and the walls, we still settle the scores. It's alright, we can have a good time. Peace is a secret that keeps some stuff from the deep end. Baby, I love your energy. I love your energy. I love your energy. I love your energy. There's something about you. I really can't explain it. I can't find the word.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody, and
stadium,
welcome
and the
to
players on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Ronaldinho. Pirlo. Played into space out wide. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nicely shaped ball. It's a goal kick. Onana.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Messi. Vieira gets a foot in here. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. And he's picked out the run. Now that is a hefty challenge. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he was quick to react.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Deftly out wide. Messi played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's fabulous. And no, that was never going to make it. Ekitike. And he's intervened well there. It's run loose here. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Makaleli is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Pirlo. Upamecano. Howson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ekitike. Nice interception, well timed. And there is the half-time whistle. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And a quick reminder today.
How's the first half
everybody,
compared
to
with your
make sure to put
expectation?
any
Well,
litter
there's
in
no
the
way
bins
to disguise the
provided.
fact that
Thank
they've
you for
been
your
poor.
cooperation.
Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither
Substitution
side
for
have yet been
United
able to
States.
force the issue. It's
Number
0-0.
47, Phil Foden.
And we're off again.
Coming on to replace him is
0-0,
number 4,
and we're at the halfway
Johan
point.
Cruyff. Substitutions taking place.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Messi. That's a little off target. Onana has a look and plays it forward. The United States different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
It's Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And he's taking no chances there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think
He's going for goal! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Almost an hour gone. Di Lorenzo. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. The United States perhaps contemplating their next change here. Platini. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's had it nicked away. Xavi Alonso. And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Chance to deliver. It's a mighty effort! He will be livid with himself.
Substitution for United States. Number 17.
The United States
Ekitike.
are making a change
Number
now.
7, Xabi Alonso. Number 14, Onana. Coming on the field, number 18, Pele. Number 20, Modric. Number 6, Alexander-Arnold.
Van Basten. Makalele. He's in a good position. It's Vieri! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Pele. Vieri, who needs just a moment to score a goal. 90 minutes gone and nothing to show. It's a really well-measured ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So I did resist for a little bit, but the whole playlist was lit and then I implement a little foot tap, then I flick the wrist and then I twist the hip and then I thought this cool, I'ma stick with this. She can't tame me, shoulders going crazy, see that neck break and that head bang and them hands waving, I'm dangerous, you cannot contain this. I was trying to chill till I heard my body screaming. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance, 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 wanna dance. I wanna, what you wanna do? Go to rock an old school, oh we gon' move. Dance, dance, yeah I just wanna dance, 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 yeah I just wanna dance, 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 yeah I just wanna dance, 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 yeah I just wanna dance. All I wanna do is move on the boogaloo, I'ma groove my body. I just gotta lose the shoes when that fool get loose, know that you can't stop it. Watch this, look at how I work that pocket, look at how I flow like faucets, how that pop look like robotics. You can't tame me, shoulders going crazy, see that neck break and that head bang and them hands waving, I'm dangerous, you cannot contain this. I was trying to chill till I heard my body screaming. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance, 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 dance. What you wanna do? What you go to? Rock an old school? Oh, we gon' move. Dance, dance, yeah, I just wanna dance, 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 yeah, I just wanna dance, 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 yeah, I just wanna dance, 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 yeah, I just wanna
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Nigeria.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Teo Hernandez, for me, has evolved into one of the best fullbacks, Peter. Certainly in terms of attacking contributions, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone as good as he is in the final third, especially with the movement that allows him to receive the ball in those little pockets of space.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Van Basten is there, and he can get that clear. He's had a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's there to belt it away. He's given the time to pick a pass. And no, that was never going to make it. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And he's picked it up out wide. And this is Kane. Goes for a shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! The United States! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
After 19 minutes is number 8, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
The United States have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Nigeria, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. He's found a way through. Rafinha. Messi is always looking to break lines. The United States are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Rafinha! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Pele. Nigeria looking to shot a goal! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Ronaldinho going full tilt down the left. He has found the way through. Nice control. We always look the favourite there. Onana. Back into the middle. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nigeria do have a chance to counter here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Ronaldinho. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
1 minute added time.
He's gone for goal! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. The United States are up by 1 then, but really feel they should be up by more.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
The United States, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Substitution in progress.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Messi. That's very neat. And here's Kane. It's Kane! Now, who's going to be first to this? Xabi Alonso. And he thumps it clear. There will be a throw-in.
Substitution for United States. Number 15, Rafinha. Coming on the field is
Nigeria appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Nigeria really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Xabi Alonso. The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Kane. Might be danger here. Van Bouten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely shaped ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Messi. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Onana makes the interception. Vinicius Junior. Pele. Pele! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Substitution for United States. Number 10, Ronaldinho. Number 17, Kane. Number 7, Xabi Alonso. Number 14,
Zola delivers.
Onana.
Upamecano with the clearance.
Number 4,
Nigeria really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Number 6,
Can he
Alexander
finish?
Arnold.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
The United States couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Has been indicated.
That's a sharp pass. Can he get it through? Time added on. And time is up. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please use parking provided by the
So
club.
what do you think? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against United States.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go. Milan have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Nicely weighted ball. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Gordon! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now it's Messi. And Messi! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
And here's Messi. Driving on and making good progress. Alonso! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity.
He's going for goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Your impression so far, Jim?
The United States have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Robson. Now it's Rooney. And here's Mbappe. They're urging him to shoot. Half an hour played now. Di Lorenzo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Rooney. Now it's Nedved. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Rafinha. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Nedved. Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he...
And the first half is done. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
The United States have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, good spread. Cross flung in towards the middle. Cleared away. Ronaldinho. So what can they make of this? Oh, well measured. And he's onside. Big chance! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Oh, easy pickings there. Knocks it into space. It's Ronaldinho! He has done it! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
The United States have penetrated for the first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And smartly reclaimed. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. The United States ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. He's being urged to shoot. Now there's a fine ball. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's in a great position here. Has a shot! Terrific save by Spila!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe...
Shot, surely! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has two.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should...
And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Pele with the short one. Zanetti delivers.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Alexander-Arnold. It's Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. A true great in every sense of the word. Great vision. That's that, the end. The United States played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective.
Forgive me for my sin, blue wanna wash me clean. Everything to an end like ball to my chin. I wish I didn't know. I wish I could somehow. I wish I see from afar. I wish I could come apart.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
You know, Peter, there's a player down there who I've always admired, Carlos Puyol. This game is not all about technique and skill. You need big hearts too, and they don't come any bigger than Puyol's.
Yeah, that is one leader of men. It's a good spell of possession, this. Kirkchu. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Onana, Messi, now it's Alvarez. Oh, that's nice. He's going for goal! Goal! The United States! And it's the United States who go in front! And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Lionel Messi.
So, a breakthrough already.
Lionel Messi.
Can he get on the end of this? Xavi Alonso. Messi. And this is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. And no surprise, that's a booking. Good ball, good take. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Alvarez.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi. Rafinha. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Alvarez. Now it's Messi. Pinches it off him. Azar.
The United States really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Caceres. Rijkaard.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, there was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
The United States leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
The United States
Tries a shot! Fair effort, he reacted well.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Threads one in. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Xavi Alonso. That has been cut short. And it's Azar. Caceres. Onana cuts out the pass. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. Corner given. And we have our very first corner. Xavi Alonso is there, and he can get that clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he was quick to react. And no, that was never going to make it. Alvarez under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And that has put paid to that. Messi. Oh, he's bustling through here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Just a quarter of an hour to play. He's on it, can he get away? And it's Azar. Caceres. He's got tall. He will be livid with himself.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Number 17, Alvarez. Number 7, Xabi Alonso. Number 14, Onana. Coming on the field, number 24, Desiree Doué. Number 18, Pele. Number 20, Kaká. Number 6, Alexander.
There's going to be another
Arnold.
change here.
Substitution.
Well, they've got it again. Now it's Ronaldinho, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Look at the space here. He is Ronaldinho! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kaká has a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Kaká clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And it's Di Lorenzo. He's having a go! And that is doing no harm at all.
There will be 3 minutes
Van
at a
Bauten.
time.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Thinks about... Decent chance! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello, everybody,
The game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's match.
The excitement already
United
palpable.
States against Flamengo.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There've been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do.
Oh, shooting chance! Now it's Kaká. Nicely aimed pass. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Guardiol. Donatoni. Neymar. Kvaratskhelia received. Kvaratskhelia! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
The United States are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Messi. So much time and space here. And Messi! No mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and what I meant...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, good-looking ball. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Alvarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Messi. Now it's Alvarez. And he's being shifted off it. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Can he get on the end of this? That's a nicely shaped ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Can he get it through? That pass isn't the best. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And reclaimed it in a trice. And this is Berbatov. And he's away. And the shot! Goal! Flamengo! And they're back in front. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Can he finish? And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Berbatov. Oh, red, nice interception. Onana. And that'll be the final action of the first half. The United States are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so
Hello,
far.
attendees. This is a
Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
In a blue hat,
Quite a
kindly
half.
make
More
his
of the
way
same,
to the
please.
information
Score at
centre.
the interval, 2-2. So it's back to business. Onana. Szoboszlai. And here's Berbatov. That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Di Lorenzo. Rafinha has found the net here, of course. Messi. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Kaká. There's the shot! Goal! The United States! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Kaká demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
The United... Kvaratskhelia! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort
Substitution
then.
for United States, number 15.
Time then for the first
Rafinha.
substitution of the game.
Coming on
He
to
got amongst the
replace
goals
him
here,
is
and now he
number
takes his
24.
leave.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
And it's Ronaldinho. Foot in. The United States are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's a searching pass. And this is Berbatov. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Flamengo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Hausen attempts a clearance, and he was alert to it.
Flamengo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Flamengo can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they...
And Messi! And yes, it's there! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And now he has two.
Lionel Messi. Substitution for United States, number 17, Alvarez. Number 10, Ronaldinho. Number 14, Onana. Number 20, Kaká. Coming on the
Flamengo
field,
choosing
number
to make the first
18,
change.
Pele.
The
Number
United
4,
States go
Johan
two up
Cruyff.
and into a position of
Number
real
7,
strength.
Xabi
Well, I think
Alonso.
it's just the reward
Number
for their
6,
application. They've played with great
Alexander
courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He is through here. Just 5 minutes left. Bellingham. Rijkaard. Oh, there's a probing ball, and it's made its way to him, and he's in on goal. Messi! Off the post. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Great chance here from position A1. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Cruyff! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bops him off it and Cruyff! Johan Cruyff, unequalled in the history of our beautiful game. A finish of true class. And they are pulling clear here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the...
He's had a shot! It's in! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Goal scorer for Flamengo, number 4, Berbatov.
That's that, the end. The United States have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Hello, attendees.
What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a...
No time for no bad energy. You don't want no smoke, you don't want none of that. No, no, you won't be my friend of me. I won't show no love, you won't get none of that. No, no time for it. No time for it. No time for it. Life's too short, life too small. No, can't waste your time on things you can't rely on. I got no time for it. I don't want no bad energy, no.